Hi there, it's Carrie from Stamp with CT. Welcome on into our Facebook Live. It's what, the 12th of November, Wednesday the 12th of November. So glad you're here with me. So if you're catching this part of the video, you're probably watching the replay. So welcome on in, replay crew. Glad to have you here. And I usually have a few friends that are able to catch the video live. So grateful for that as well. So we'll hang out for just a minute. I'll let you know that I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Texas. Super glad to be with you today. May adjust just a minute. There we go. Maybe that's a little better. So, hope y'all are having a good day. It's been a busy day here. I have a lot going on in the craft room. And I'm trying to think. Just have a lot going on with Stampin' Up! I was so excited. Just about an hour ago, we were able to take a little peek at the PDF of the January through April mini catalog. It'll be coming out soon after the holidays. So demonstrators are able to start pre-ordering from that next week. So I was trying to get a copy of that PDF out to my team. Because we're excited about it, y'all. We love new products. And that really is a great perk of being a demonstrator, is being able to get that stuff in your hands early. That's always fun. All right. Let's talk a little bit about the project that we're making today. I decided to do a Z-fold card. And so it's a fairly easy fun fold. One that I learned a long time ago. And there's lots of different ways you can do it. So I'll show you the way we're going to do it today. We are using the Modern Christmas suite of products this month. We used it for Finally Friday to make gift card holders. We're using it in stamp class this Saturday. So if you're local to me and you want to come to stamp class, let me know. I think we still have a couple spots at 10 o'clock if you want to come. And then we'll also post a video in CT's Craft and Connect, the community Facebook group. And that will be a class video, stamp class video, so you can still see the projects. And then we generally make reels with those projects as well. We just like to share that with as many people in many different ways, because we put a lot of time and effort into those projects. So we hope you enjoy them. So I have been using this beautiful suite. It's one of the suite collections from Online Exclusives. So you're not going to find these products in a catalog. You do go to our online store at stampwithct.stampinup.net, and that's where you can find all of the suites listed, suite collections, and you can find Modern Christmas as well. I did go ahead and pop into the online store right before I went live to make sure that this paper is still available, and it is. It is absolutely amazing. And then the Ornamental Christmas stamp set is just so much fun to work with. It is a red rubber stamp set, and it has some coordinating dies that I have just so enjoyed designing with. Dale and I both have really had a lot of fun with these dies. You have some that coordinate with images, and then some that are able to stand alone. But what's fun is even these ornaments, you've got the big circle and then that kind of a vintage ornament vibe. You can use that with the DSP if you want to. Same thing with the tree images. You've got some other pieces that just kind of add to it to add the topper to the ornament, star to the tree, and then you've got this beautiful ornate star that is just so pretty, especially when you cut it from gold foil sheets. I did notice that gold foil sheets are on low inventory, so if you're going to pick up a pack of this paper, you may want to stop by and pick up a pack of the gold foil sheets, the 12 by 12 foil sheets. You get 2 pieces of foil sheets, 12 by 12 for $5, which is a pretty good deal. Foil sheets are a little bit more on the expensive side, but you don't use them like for the full card front. Usually it's most of the time just kind of as a little bit of a accent piece. I'm also pulling in my 2 3/8 inch circle punch today. And I don't pull my punches in very often. I don't have quite as many punches anymore as I used to, as they have retired. But I did want to use that one today. And I do believe it's still available too in the online store. So we're going to start with a piece of basic black cardstock. Now I've already cut and scored this. I haven't burnished it yet though. This is 11 by 4 1/4. So 11 inches long, 4 1/4 inches wide. Scored it at 5 1/2 and I scored it at 2. So what we're going to do is fold it in half on that 5 1/2 inch score line, and we'll burnish that first. Sounding extra southern today, aren't I? And then this piece, we're going to fold it back on itself on the front, and again we'll burnish. With a fun fold, I feel like that's really important. So this is going to open up like this, and so you get the Z fold from the Z. Pretty cool, huh? So very, very easy. Now this is the measurement that I'm using today, but sometimes you'll see people do this score line at 2 3/4 and bring the edge of this all the way over to the edge of the card base. Sometimes you'll see someone do just maybe 1 1/2 inches, 1 1/4 inches. So it's really kind of up to you. This is just what I did. Burnish that a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to start adding some beautiful designer series paper from the Modern Christmas collection. And I have to say that this is probably one of my favorite pieces. It is so pretty. And I love using the stripes vertically or horizontally. I think it just looks so pretty either way. This piece is 4 by 3 1/4. And it's actually going to go on this side of that fold. So it could probably be a little bit skinnier. It doesn't have to go all the way over there since this folds back. But I went ahead. I splurged. This is going to be a card that goes to someone I really love because I'm using my favorite paper. And that's the rule, y'all. We use our favorite paper on the people we love the most. I'm trying not to get glue on me. So we're just going to do our best to get those not score lines, those edges equal borders. Get it straightened up here. And probably bring it over just a little bit. I think that the actual paper is kind of fooling my eye a bit. And now I've got glue on my fingers. Welcome to crafting. That's what it's all about, isn't it? I'll have to try to get that glue off my fingers. I don't know why it's not wanting to cooperate. It's my favorite paper. It should cooperate, right? Okay, I think that's pretty good. Alrighty. Get some glue off of me. That just does not want to lay down like I want it to. There, maybe that's better. Okay, next piece of designer series paper that I'm bringing in is going to cover this section of the card. And so it is 4 inches by 1 3/4. Now you really can't go wrong with the two different sides of your paper because they're both so beautiful on all of these designs. But I'm going with the shiny side. Because shiny's my favorite color. If you know me, you know that. I think that's why I love this paper so much, because it is just so beautiful. Okay. Look how pretty that looks to use the different patterns. And we're just going to keep on adding patterns of paper. It's going to be so much fun. You're going to see most of the patterns of paper by the time we finish this project. All right, next up, I have a square of black cardstock that is 3 inches by 3 inches. And then a square of this beautiful pattern that's 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Now, here's a quandary for you. Do we want to use the beautiful shiny side? I'm thinking so. And that's kind of a rhetorical question because I think we're going to go with the shiny side just because of what else I have planned. But that would be very pretty as well. This paper is just so lovely. I'm not going to steer you wrong when it comes to paper, that's for sure. Because I love my paper. All right, so now we'll put this piece on and mat it up. And again, try to get our borders equal all the way around. And then I'll probably just set this down for a second, let it dry. So yeah, we're going with the shiny side. So here we are. We're going to be adding this to the front of the card. Isn't that pretty? Love this paper. Okay, next up, here's where I used that 2 3/8 inch circle punch. Just punched out a circle of the beautiful foil sheets. Now I need to do a little bit of stamping. I have a couple things I want to stamp. And first thing is a circle that I cut with a stylish shape circle. I know you're surprised. I love those stylish shapes, guys. And I love using them. I may have lost my stamp. There it is. I have way too many stamps out on my desk, if that's even possible. So this is the 'Tis the Season sentiment. And I probably do need to re-ink my ink pad, so I'm going to really make sure I've got this inked up well. Moving it around the pad. Just give it a chance to get really inky. Make sure I'm on the right side of my circle. And we'll come on in right about there. See how I do. Give it a few seconds and let that ink transfer. Did pretty good. I think we'll probably use the one that I stamped earlier though, because it's a little bit better centered up. We'll go with that one. Nothing to see here. I'm going to pop this circle on that gold circle, so let's do that so that that can dry while we're working on our other stamping. Just want to center this up as best I can. Ooh wee, that is shiny. That is shiny. So we've got that beautiful 'Tis the Season. I love that greeting. All right, we're not done stamping yet because I have our inside panel. And so, of course, there's going to be a little bit of a border because this is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. So we're going to do a little stamping in this section that's going to show when the card is closed. And I'm going to be using this amazing tree image. So again, let's ink this up across our pad, moving it around, making sure it's nice and inky so we get a good impression. And then I want to bring it down towards the bottom so that the tree is not like floating in the air. I think that looks pretty good. And again, we'll let that ink transfer. Give it 4 or 5 seconds before you lift up. Is that not the prettiest little tree? I just love that. All right. And then have a little strip of this pattern of DSP that I thought we could put across the edge here. And that would be cute. Just going to put a very small bead of glue. If I can get it going. I had someone comment on a video that she was not really a black and white paper person, which of course not everyone is, and that's okay. I love it. I love the black and white, and then being able to use a pop of color with that. This, of course, is a scrap. But she said she doesn't like black and white, and that's okay. That is why Stampin' Up! Has so many paper options for us, isn't it? They make sure that we're all happy. Oops, that wasn't quite dry. I need to wait. Y'all see that? Now I got a tad of glue over. Real life crafting, y'all. I haven't heard the train. Y'all may correct me if I'm wrong, if it hasn't come through. I may have just missed it, because it generally does at this time. We had, I don't know what our neighbor was doing earlier, but he was running a jackhammer. And I used to worry about that, like when it came time to do my video, that there might be noise outside, but I have just embraced that there's going to be noise outside. That's just how it is. All right, hopefully our little circle is dry, because now we're going to take some dimensionals and pop that up onto our square. We'll use several. We don't want our 'tis the season getting away, do we? We'll use 5. And I get a lot of questions about what this tool is. We love using the Take Your Pick tool. It has so many attachments to it, and it helps you be able to get your dimensionals off. Move that one over there. The backings of your dimensionals, I should say, not your dimensionals. But it helps you get the backings off so much easier, and especially for Dale, because he doesn't have fingernails like a lot of us girls do. So he really started using that tool in that way, and I have picked up that habit as well. It's a good habit to have. Try to get this centered up now. And you could go on there a little bit wonky if you wanted to, couldn't you? And then I'm almost thinking that I'm going to add just a couple of dimensionals here as well to add that piece on. Not going to hurt, is it? Have a little bit more dimension. And I'll just put a couple dimensionals right down the center. And by doing that, instead of putting it on my square, I don't get them too far over. So that's why I did that. Down the center of that strip. I think they're going to be in a good place for us. We'll kind of center this up here. I probably should have put my tree on first. I may scoot that just a tiny bit to the left. Let me look at it like this and see if that looks moderately straight. Should have probably put my inside panel though first, because then I would be able to tell where my tree is, but we can always adjust if we have to. So here's what we have so far, and now when we put that inside panel in, that's going to be extra fun, isn't it? And I think what I'm going to do when I'm sending out Christmas cards, because I will be using a lot of the modern Christmas sweet cards that we have made in the classes and stuff to send to friends and relatives. I think I'm going to stamp this tree on the envelope. That's what I'm thinking. That would just really add some a cohesive look. Yeah, that's perfect. We did really well, y'all. So look at how fun that is with all the different patterns when you open it up. Isn't that cute? And so we do have a couple more things to kind of finish it off. I thought I would add a little pop of color with a real red bow. You could also use the black or the white with gold baker's twine that comes with this suite. When you choose the suite collection, that easy button, and you just get one of everything in the suite, that twine comes in a 2-pack. So you get the white with gold and the black with gold. And I love using the easy button for the suite collections. I'm going to zhuzh my bow a little bit. If you know me, I make my bow fairly big to start with, and it's never pretty to start with. And I just keep working with it until I get it the way that I want it. And then you can fluff it up. I like to pull the tails together, and then I bring my snips in and cut at an angle across both tails at the same time. That's a trick I've been doing for a really, really long time, but I think that that's what helps my tails not to get too short, because otherwise, if you snip this side, then this side, and then this side's too long, and you snip it again, you end up losing all of your ribbon that way, or I do anyway. All right, you're going to see my secret that I was going to pop on last, and I still am. So I want to add the bow. And I'll use a couple glue dots for that. Then I also have cut out one of the stars with the beautiful dies. I think that's where I want it. Oh, cute. And then I think I can just pick this up with the take your pick tool as well. That's what Dale always does. He makes that look so easy. It's sticking to my thumb, of course. Let me get that glue dot on there better. I thought this would be the final little piece. Forget it. I'm just going to use my fingers. This would be the final little piece to really add that little touch, having the gold star on our tree, our adorable tree that we stamped. Well, I can't get that glue dot to stick. There we go. Show it who's boss, huh? You are going on this card. We'll come in with our little star and add him right at the top. All right, so that is our Z-fold card. Now, I could have certainly done something with this panel too, and I kind of wish I had added another piece of designer series paper. Didn't really think about that till I opened it up and saw that spot that's bare, but that's okay. There is still more pretty designer series paper in this pack. I may go back and do that. All right, so that is our Z-fold card. Y'all let me know what you think. Like I said, that's one of the earliest fun folds that I learned how to make. It's pretty easy. It's pretty versatile because you can do it how you want to. You can tweak those measurements to where they're what you need for the project that you're making, which is always fun. Okay, I want to remind you that we do have a class this coming Friday on Facebook Live. Dale and I are calling it Attitude of Gratitude pop-up class. This is not something we've done before, but we were just thinking it would be a fun thing to do because we have a couple of super cute but super quick and easy holiday craft projects to share with you. And so what we're going to do is tomorrow night, Thursday night, I will post just a small list of supplies that you'll need to grab and have ready when we go live at 5 o'clock Central Time on Friday. And so you will just get your supplies and you'll be able to craft right along with us if you want to, or you can just watch and you can go back and catch the replay. I think you're going to really enjoy this first project. I'm not telling yet. It's going to be a secret until you see it that night, but it's really cute. It's something I learned how to make a long time ago, but I still love making them today. So it's a cute little project, great for your Thanksgiving table for the different place settings. If you wanted to put one at each person's place setting, I think it would be so much fun. But we are going to make that project Friday night at our Attitude of Gratitude pop-up class, 5 p.m. Central Time, Facebook Live right here on our Stamp with CT business page. And then we do have stamp class, like I said. We also have bingo. And I'm trying to remember, let me think, the last Saturday of the month, whatever the date is, I'm thinking it's the 29th, we're playing bingo. And we're going to be making tags. It's time for tags bingo. Registration is still open, so you can go over to the events tab right here on Stamp with CT, and you can get all of the information, or you can message me and I'll be happy to send it to you. We have a lot of fun playing bingo for awesome Stampin' Up! Prizes, and we just have a great time together. We do some crafting as well, so we'd love to have you join us. It's $30. Okay, I do have one piece of Happy Mail to share with you, and this is an amazing autumn card that came from my amazing friend Debbie. Look at this card, y'all. It is spectacular. She has been using the Stampin' Blend markers for a very short time, but I'm telling you, she's talented. Look at the beautiful blending on that pumpkin. So pretty. So, of course, I was super happy to get Happy Mail. I always do a little dance out on the porch. I'm sure some of the neighbors think, what is wrong with that girl? But I love getting handmade cards. So thank you so much, Debbie. You made my day. I appreciate you so much. Okay, I think that's it for today. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you don't mind, if you like the project that I created today, if it inspired you, please give me a thumbs up or a heart, just some type of reaction to let the Facebook algorithm know that you like the content. And if you're over on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and give me that thumbs up. I appreciate it. If you liked the project. If you didn't like the project, you don't have to do anything, okay? All right, I'll talk to y'all soon. Thank you.